Before you click off this video, I want you to think about the last time when you were on social media and what was the last good memory that you made. Let me guess, you couldn't think of anything, and that's not by coincidence. All of these social media platforms are designed this way. This is exactly why doom scrolling and over-consuming social media content is such a big issue these days. These companies don't give a fuck about you. Their only priority is to make as much money as possible by keeping you hooked for as long as possible, because the longer they do, the more ads they can run and the more money that they make. How else do you think they're able to make hundreds of billions of dollars a year off of free platforms? The catch is that you're the product and they profit off you. That's usually how it goes, because nothing is free nowadays and someone always profits at the end of the day. And why do you think every platform has short form content? It's the easiest way to grab your attention and to keep you hooked for hours on end. But in reality, short form content is destroying your attention span, it's frying your dopamine receptors, and is wasting your precious time. It's no surprise why depression rates are on an all-time high and why everyone is antisocial these days. You're literally working for these companies for free, generating them millions of dollars by trading your time and getting nothing in return but a cheap dopamine release. I deleted all of my social media back in 2021 for over a year, and that was honestly one of the best decisions that I made. I was not only more productive, I was laser focused on what I wanted to achieve, was no longer chasing instant gratification, and realized how much time that I actually had. I was literally living and enjoying the present without any distractions. And if it wasn't for content creation, I wouldn't have returned back to them. Because when I eventually did, I literally had to learn how to use them again and felt mentally impaired when I started scrolling. This is why I learned how to use social media as a tool, and why I truly believe that you should only be on social media if you're creating content and not if you're consuming it. Nowadays, you can't even open Instagram or TikTok without seeing half-naked girls shaking their ass, and this is the biggest issue with social media nowadays. These social media platforms would rather censor regular words and demonetize actual creators that provide real value instead of censoring or removing sexual content that's flooding these platforms. Not only is there sexual content on every social media platform, they are also funneling the viewers into OnlyFans, especially through Instagram and TikTok. And to make things even worse, their content to promote their OnlyFans is specifically targeting kids with cringy Mr. Beast style shorts where they give away money and have underage kids in their videos. Now you have Lil Jimmy buying OnlyFans subscriptions with his parents' credit cards instead of V-Bucks. This isn't even the biggest issue. Every mainstream social media platform is flooded with pornography. Not only are sick and twisted individuals finding loopholes to post porn videos on these platforms, but it's also being promoted through ads. You know how many ads I've seen on YouTube and TikTok of half-naked girls that are promoting random dating sites? Hundreds, which I always end up reporting when I see them. These platforms are also flooded with gambling ads, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are kids using these platforms for fuck's sake, and these platforms are exposing them to such graphic and disgusting things. I personally got exposed to porn at 13 years old by accident while I was watching YouTube back in 2015, which is what started my porn addiction that took me many years to overcome. And I wouldn't be surprised if the average age that kids get exposed to porn nowadays is under 10 years old, because now we have easier access to it than ever without any restrictions. And giving your kid an iPad at birth is doing nothing but enabling them to get exposed to that type of stuff early on. But that's a completely different issue for another video. I guarantee you, majority, if not all porn users were first exposed to it when they were under the age of 18. Without kids and teenagers, the porn industry wouldn't be anywhere near as profitable as they are today. And it's not by coincidence. Kids are the easiest targets to manipulate and exploit to this type of stuff, especially because their brain is still developing. Now when you factor in that hundreds of billions of dollars are being printed yearly, everyone in charge just looks the other way because greed keeps the world spinning. Twitter and Reddit are by far the worst social media platforms, and I hope that they get banned. These platforms are equivalent to the Hub, if not worse, because there's hardcore pornography and even Club Penguin all over these platforms with zero censorship. And it's not only corn that's being shown on all of these platforms. There are also extremely violent videos circulating even on Instagram Reels. I've personally seen people get brutally unalived, assassinated, and even terror attacks that are still being posted all over these platforms. Are these the type of things that you want your kids to see and get exposed to? No wonder why people become killers or predators when they grow up, when this is the type of garbage that they stumble upon and consume when their brain is still developing. So if you're a parent, please do yourself a favor and don't buy your kid an iPad at birth and actually do your job. When I grew up, me and my friends used to play outside all day, every day, especially in the summertime. You don't see this nowadays because everyone is stuck indoors and are chronically online. So if you're a kid, teenager, or adult who's watching this, stop using social media to escape reality and instead use it as a tool or don't use it at all. It's time to take back control of your life and stop being a product to these companies. And most importantly, let's bring awareness and fight these issues together.